Welcome to Unlikely Bosses, the podcast that lives in a parked car, runs on real talk about business, life, and everything in between. We are Andy and Danielle, sisters, business partners who never had it figured out. Still don't. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, learning as you go, and keeping it moving.
All right.
Every episode, someone is joining us in the back seat to share their unlikely story. This is Unlikely Bosses. No script and definitely no plan.
Look who's here!
I don't know if we should
I
have
brought this sweatshirt. Can I tell you, I live in this sweatshirt.
It's
you guys.
very comfy.
I'm not even kidding.
No, it's a good
Like,
one.
You know those apps that are like, if you take a second of your life every day, it would look like one day because I'm always wearing this sweatshirt. I'm not even kidding, and I get comments on it every time I wear it.
Do you?
It's
do
awesome.
do other people tell you that? I
No.
think there's something about the word.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I hope so. That's like would be awesome.
Yeah. No,
Right?
I've never gotten comments, but
You get comments like people like I love it.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like they're like, "Hey, unlikely, huh?"
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like they actually
Yeah.
just kind of like comment on it in
Yeah.
just like a recognized way.
Right.
So it's very cool. You guys did a nice job.
Thank you.
Thank
That
And
looks
if
you.
it was
good on
super
you.
warm outside.
and I wear mine's huge, but I love it. I wear
Right?
leggings and I like love it.
Oh,
Yes.
I
so
have
cute.
the OG cropped gray one, and I live in it.
Oh, that's so adorable.
we didn't sell
we
those.
didn't sell
That was-
those.
Yeah.
That
You
was
didn't?
like
We
Yeah.
should have brought. It's like the softest material.
but it's
though,
like a
too.
cropped dark
You
gray.
need
It's-
to
it's-
sell that.
It
I
is
know.
unbelievable.
You
I
need
wear
to sell
that everywhere.
Oh, please sell
Yeah.
it. Please consider it.
Yeah.
No, I think
Okay.
we should.
Okay.
It's actually it's
And then
a
also
good
like
one.
kid sizes. We talked about it.
Andy said that on the way here. You were saying that you want one for your daughter.
Imagine like a little girl wearing
I
it?
know. I know.
Right?
It's
I
really
know.
cute.
It's
Okay.
very cute.
Anyway, how are you guys?
Oh, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Do you want to start from the beginning?
What is the beginning?
Well, we don't know. Oh, our beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that started back in 1981.
I know. We don't have time for that story.
Yeah, that story. She's a doozy. But how did you wanted to know how we got here?
Yeah.
In
how
the
did
car.
you get
In the
here? In the car doing podcasts.
I usually start about Express It, so why don't you start about? That's a good. one
I know.
for
I
you.
get tripped up on like what to share. Like
Mm.
people are like, you got to get your story out there. You got to get your brand out there. We're the brand. We've been like hiding under a rock for 13 years, just doing our business.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let's tell our story. And so we met with some people and was like, maybe we could help you do the podcast. And I think Janelle was like, why don't we just do this stuff, try it on our own?
Yeah.
And so I quit Instagram for like 5 years.
Mhm.
And then we went back on and we said, we just kind of like slowly, we had no plan.
Yeah.
It was just like, we had an idea. We knew what we wanted to call it.
Mhm.
And then that's sort of how it started. And then literally we did our first video, I think. And the next day someone reached out to Danielle and was like, it's resonating. I want to be on the podcast. And we're like, why doesn't she come in the car? It was just like
It was.
we were like having a drink. It was like, it's got to be in the car.
It's in the
that
car.
makes sense.
Yeah,
It's got like a very signature look to it.
it does.
what
I
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I it's very comfy. And the
Yeah.
lighting, we call it the
Lighting is
studio lighting. It's like
Natural lighting,
It
but like
is.
not direct sunlight.
Yeah.
We know this
Yeah.
working in TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like
Right.
perfect.
Right.
Well, we have to drive around looking for spots, so we are
Yeah.
currently sideways, and we should be in a spot going
Yes.
this way.
Oh, really?
So we may or
Oh.
may not get like towed.
And then
Fine.
this is new. This is a test run. It's for Tyler's. We'll be happy.
Hi,
Yes.
Tyler.
All right, want to introduce?
Okay.
We'll start. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
today's guest, longtime
Hi.
sports broadcaster, a Boston fan favorite.
Huge fan of the Shaughnessy sisters.
Well, we're a
This
fan
is
of you.
about you.
Yeah,
This is
you
about
are
you.
a special soul in this world and one of my favorite people. This is Naoko Funayama, everybody.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
So happy to be here.
that's you. You're our first home. Actually, you're the
That's so
first home.
exciting.
Yes.
Okay, you gotta make that a thing.
It's gonna be a thing now. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Everybody's like, what is happening? What's going
I
on?
know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so
Well-
we're just gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're-
We got
All right. So,
Mhm.
did you
Lots of
always know
Yeah.
you wanted to be in sports media, or did it feel like an unlikely detour?
It was definitely unlikely. I mean,
Okay.
I always wanted to work in sports, but I didn't know in what capacity.
Okay.
It's funny that you said, yeah, it was definitely an unlikely detour because I had been you know, thinking, okay, I'll probably like go into communications or something that's sports related. I didn't think I would be a coach or a player or anything like that. But I wanted to work for a team. I even took, or a league. I actually took Russian in college because I was like, well, there are a lot of Russian players in the NHL, so maybe if I knew Russian.
That's
So,
unbelievable.
Wait, you speak Russian?
Yes, no. No, it's called 101. I survived Russian 101. No, but like
That's
I
impressive.
was trying to find different ways to verticals to build
Okay.
to help me have some options in working in sports. And then, you know, one thing led to another, and then I ended up in television. But the way I ended up at Nesson, also strange detour, because I was just working for a small market. Well, I wouldn't say small market. I was at WMUR, which is Manchester, New Hampshire.
Right.
And I just so happened to be, I mean, talk about like timing, right? Like, so I happened to be in a press conference with Daisuke Mazuzaka, who didn't speak any English, who had a translator that was struggling, and I was there, and I was bilingual, and I asked my question in Japanese and English, and Nesson people were there, and were like, hey, we need to bring her in.
I just got the chills. I never knew that.
Yeah, so it just so happened that my sports director at MUR was like, oh, you should totally go because you're Japanese. You know, this will be like fun for you. And so he sent me to this press conference in Boston. And it was literally just timing. It was timing and luck that put me in that seat at that time.
Oh my God.
That's a
and
great
if you think
story.
about like all of the different things that happen for that moment to happen, and then that was when Nesson was like, we need to bring her on if we're gonna have this guy pitching for the team, and we're gonna need somebody to basically bridge the gap kind of thing. So, and then from there it was like, what's your favorite sport? Oh, it's hockey. Okay, well, you know, we have a hockey opening. Are you interested in applying? And yeah.
So that was your
kind of
first
how-
break. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, so that is a detour.
That is
Yeah.
I never
So
knew
that was sort of that was the start. That was the takeoff.
That was the takeoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything leads to that. So it's funny, like when I tell my kids, like when they complain about like going to, you know, Japanese language school and whatever, and I'm like, listen, guys, a second language could catapult your career.
Right,
At any
100%.
point.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
But isn't that funny though? You already had that mindset with the Russian, and it actually
I
came
did. Yeah, I did. So that was, it came
Yeah.
it came to fruition.
Yeah.
Right?
Just a
It
different
just-
language.
Yeah, just a different one.
Yeah, and a different industry. Like
Right.
I didn't think that I would ever find myself in television. So,
Right.
you know.
What was the moment in those beginning days that it was, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
I don't think
You still don't have.
I still
You're
don't have
working
it.
on it. We all are.
I'm still looking for it.
Yeah, right. Well, like I was looking at you guys as the little chart of questions
Yeah.
for your Instagram, the roll call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, you know, and I know it's not just me, but there are so many of us out there that have this uncertainty about like, are we really good at this? Like,
It's-
are we
it's
good
real.
enough to be here?
Yeah.
Every day.
Right?
Every day. I mean, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
It's because like when we first started, it seemed like everyone had their shit together.
Yeah.
And it was like, now no one does,
Mm.
and it's okay. Like
Yeah.
we still don't.
Well, I think people are more okay today to say that.
Like sharing it.
Sharing it.
Yeah.
I think people are more okay to say, I don't have the answers. I'm trying to figure it out. And it's okay to be normal and human and struggle. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
But like, I wonder if we're just like hard on ourselves.
100%.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And women in general.
Yeah. I mean, do you find yourself like, because from the outside, right? Like, I'm like, your story is unbelievable. It's incredible. I mean, the fact that you were like handed this business and been like, okay, like we got to figure this out somehow. I mean, that is and then to see you guys succeed and to have success and to be here today. I mean, listen, like from the outside, it's like, wow, this is quite an accomplishment. It's quite a story.
Thank
Right.
you. Well, do you
So
want to
yeah,
sit up
should-
front
are
and
you-
we'll get
yeah,
into that? I mean, I'm going
Thank
to cry.
you.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you.
Oh,
But-
legit.
And I think that it's funny. We're even this week, we find ourselves, it was easier to talk back then about the struggles than it is about the success. Like, for me anyways, it's so much easier to say, well, we couldn't make we almost didn't make payroll. rather than, well, guess what we just did? We just went into Colorado. Like, it's very hard for us because I think we always have that mindset of coming from behind. Or when is the shoe going to drop? Like, that sort of mentality of, like, the fight.
Yeah. But then I guess that's what, like, keeps you going, too, at the same time, right?
Right?
Yeah.
And then also makes you resilient because you're handling it.
Right.
And then I don't think we give enough credit to ourselves, just in general, for handling
No,
Right.
we
the
don't.
fight, the struggles.
The only thing I always say is I would do it again with the same struggles, even as hard as it was. It is.
Yeah.
That's
Same.
You have to.
I don't think it's easy. I was just like thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, there's no point in my life where like I'm not like working on something or struggling with something or anxious about something. I was like, there's no extended. There's like maybe like a moment that you're sitting on the beach and you're like, oh, like this is great. But then I feel like just in general, there's no one, long stretch of time where it felt like, okay, like I've arrived, this is stable. Like I constantly feel like.
But I think that's the key to life.
Yeah.
Is knowing that it's always going to be like that, but in acceptance of it.
Yeah.
And not trying to fight it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't know. For me, that's where my growth has been. It's like not trying to get to the point where nothing's going to go wrong. It's just being unaffected by it.
Yeah.
Or handling it different, because it's always going to come at you. And as soon as you recognize, like, I'm going to accept it, then it shifts.
Right. And then you can have fun with it. Like
yes.
You can enjoy it.
And that's the key.
That's what I was going to say. If you can be happy in those moments,
that's the key.
Then I think that's where you check the box, like, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Right.
I love it.
Right.
Okay. We're our own cheerleaders right now.
I love it.
I do too.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is yours. All right, we're probably gonna jump all over the place.
I love it.
Okay, so
we could just talk.
Yeah. Networking, mentorship.
Okay.
Do you have a mentor? Did you?
I feel like I probably have taken mentorship from many different people, but I will say like there are certain specific ones that encouraged me along the way or believed in me that helped me get to where I am.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like super grateful, and they're really good friends, and I'm just like very grateful for having had those people in my life. So like I try to relay that in my parenting. I try to relay that, not to bring kids into this, but just to be like you are who you surround yourself with.
Right.
And so you just like the better the people around you, the better your life is going to be. Yeah.
100%. Someone asked us the other day, how did you do, like, what is a takeaway? What is one advice that you have? And I said, we say it back and forth all the time, but just surround yourself with people who believe in you. And all you need is one person.
Yeah.
You just need someone in your corner to say, don't quit. You've got this. Like, just keep going. Or it's a bad day, but tomorrow's totally different.
Yeah.
So we feel that too.
Yeah.
Definitely surround yourself with people who want that for you.
Yeah. How do you guys feel after decade plus of taking on the business? Do you feel like you're in a better place? Do you feel like you've changed? Has it contributed to your...
Yeah. I'm like a totally different person.
Really?
Yeah. Well, there's two
Like
things. Well, two things. I think in the business, we have the best team the company's ever had. Like, ever. They are unbelievable. We would not be here without them. And so, two, we inherited. We wouldn't be here without them. And then the rest of the team we brought on, I think we're like really proud of that. And then, no, I think you have to constantly work on yourself. And that's like, when our dad died, it was trying to learn the business, trying to grieve. I was also 28, 29, kind of out of my mind. Like, what am I doing with my life? I mean, that first year, I was like, this doesn't work. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to find the hockey teams over there. I was like, I had like a backup plan. And no, it's just, I needed to do the work. I needed to grow up spiritually, emotionally, mentally.
Wow.
Yeah, I still do it. It's still hard. But that's where I changed big time.
Do you think a lot of it was self-motivated, or did you have, I mean, it helped probably, right? Like you guys had each other to kind of push you through.
I think we might have inspired each other to, in a way, like there were moments
Timing.
where it wasn't working, but it was like clear that was my shit. And if I was putting it on Danielle, how are we going to run a business together? So there were moments of like reflection and self-awareness of like, something's got to give because I can't live this way. And also I can't be up crying and having so much anxiety. Like if it doesn't work out, it doesn't fucking work out. That's okay too.
Yeah.
And I
Right?
think, and I think for me, I had to grow out of the place of the fight, because we came into this and it was fight or flight. And I'm, just shy of 10 years older than Andy. So for me, I took on like a big sister role, but also like this sort of, I don't know. For me, it was like, I was so angry at the grief too. Like it was all one. Everything was one in those beginning days. So I think learning to separate out the grief, separate my own insecurity, worrying about Andy, all of that was work that I had to do too, to get to a place where we are today.
And then your kids were really young at that time too.
I had 3 under 6.
That's
and
crazy.
I left home. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and I left, and it was insanity. I left. I wasn't making any money. I was paying for a babysitter. I tell the story, but my son, Andy and I started to go into work early. We were like, okay, we'll do 7 to 3. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
So I was getting up and trying to fit working out in at 4:50. And my youngest had come downstairs one morning and he said, babysitter, are you there? And I was there. But it was because he didn't, it was a revolving door of like help, because we just had to be there.
Wow.
So there was a lot of moving parts.
Wow. But somehow like you found your way.
We did. I don't know how. We're still finding it, but it's much different. It's more confidence now. It's more, I don't know. To answer your question again, we are totally different people than we were 10 years, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
What about me?
From that story,
yeah.
like how are you different, and in your personal life too?
Yeah. How am I different? I don't know that I necessarily feel because I didn't go through the kind of dramatic life changes that you guys went through, right?
No, but I think as a female, 10 years is there's like,
and motherhood in there too.
Yeah. I think the parenting probably like really it creates a dynamic change in your life.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it kind of shifts your priority, right?
Yeah.
So before the little things that you're worried about, it just like you're not worried about it anymore, because you're like, whatever. Like in the big picture, that's
100%.
And so I think that's probably the greatest shift. Yeah. Like some of the frivolous stuff, like I will say this, I kind of was in a pretty high profile position at the time when social media sort of started to have this that surge and rise, and that was difficult. That was really difficult, because you were out there and open to criticism on every level. And it was like the first time that I had, before you might have gotten an email, but maybe it got filtered out by your company, and you didn't, whatever, like you just kind of told yourself, well, no crazy person or no normal person would email like, oh, your lipstick is, the wrong shade or whatever it was. But then like social media came in, it was like this free for all, and that was really difficult. So at least I was in a place mentally, like I had been in the business for enough years to feel more grounded. But even then, like it was a very shaky. I remember feeling very shaky all the time. Yeah.
So, oh my gosh.
And then you're looking at stuff, right? Which
you should,
whatever, like 10 years later, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But at the time,
you're human. Yeah. At the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like I feel for the journalists, for the television personalities that started around that time because it was just like,
Yeah.
you know, you were just open to public, and it was very public. The criticism was very public and very out there. So that was hard.
I bet.
But-
I bet.
Wait, I don't want to go down this because it's like
No,
it's like very dark and like I don't
No,
wanna do
I
that.
don't think it's dark at all.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Hold on. I'm just gonna switch.
We're
this
just
up,
gonna
'cause,
we're gonna go positive. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go positive.
All right. So
Okay.
So those early days.
Yeah.
Social media aside.
Yeah.
Male dominated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How, like, earliest challenges?
Earliest challenges. You guys are gonna think this is funny, and not to make light of the fact that I was over, but like actually, I always felt like my height was a disadvantage. I talked about this on another podcast before, but like I felt like, you know, like for example, like our friend Catherine, right? She's 5'10". If she wore heels, she's even taller, but she can always like
Eye to
look
eye.
Yeah.
guys eye to eye. And I was always like looking at, like, I just remember specifically that Zdeno Chara could like never hear me. I mean, I think my voice is not that loud to begin with, and then I'm short, so there's like greater distance. And I swear, I was like, I don't think he can hear me, and I'm like, I don't know how to like convey myself any bigger.
Congratulations. Go ahead, Naoko. I'll just listen. Go ahead.
So I think my height was probably, but then I sort of figured out how to use it to my advantage, right? Like so scrums, you know, they're like, oh, she's small. She can go in the front.
Right.
And so I was like finding these crevices and then I realized I was like, oh, now I'm at the front of the crowd.
Yeah,
and
this
it's
is
much
working.
easier for them to see me and hear me.
Right.
And so that was like a huge revelation.
Unlikely advantage.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I would go to some of these arenas and, you know, they would have because like television, it's 2-dimensional. So you don't want this huge height difference between the reporter and the subject and the athlete. So they would give me like a stand to stand on because, you know, those guys are on skates on top of being tall already. And so the difference in height was, you know, a little bit less. And it got to the point where like the people that work in the arenas would be like, oh, she's here. We got your stand. Like, these are guys who work in the arena. They're like, oh, we put it away for you here.
Oh, that's
Accommodations.
hysterical.
Like,
That's
yes,
hysterical.
you got like at Philly, and Carolina, and Toronto. They'd be like, oh, we got you. We got you.
Oh, my
Like,
God.
it was so great. Yeah. So it was funny.
Did you ever feel like you had to prove yourself?
I feel like that all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Yeah. I
So,
mean,
in what ways? Like knowledge that you belong.
I think
What?
really that you belong. I don't know. You know, we were just talking about like what it was like. You know, how you've grown in the past decade, kind of thing. And you know, I think I've let go of that need to constantly prove myself and like just feel like okay, like it's okay. Like I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm me.
Yeah.
And this is me, and I kind of like keep telling myself that, and just be okay with me, and not constantly feel like. I mean, it's not to say that you're not looking to improve, but because you're constantly looking to improve, but no longer feel like you're fighting it every single time you're sitting in front of a camera, standing on, you know, with a mic, with a person, with an interview, and. But like to prove yourself, like I feel like it was always, you know, showing, okay, like I belong here because of the work that I put in, because of the knowledge that I have, because of the rapport I have with people. And that's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
I feel like sometimes the hardest ones we think we have to prove it to is just ourselves.
Yes. You're so right.
And I feel like it's no one else is looking for you to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe certain, you know, your boss or whatever, but I feel like we're the hardest on ourselves. We have to prove it to ourselves. Certainly when it came to the business. Like
100%.
that was our biggest one we had to prove it to. That we belonged there. It was gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. You guys are role models.
Let's see. I don't know. All right.
I kind of jumped. Yeah. Well, let's. So with that though, about proving yourself, is that imposter syndrome? Like, or that's a little different, right?
Imposter syndrome, yeah.
What do you think about
I think it'll always be there.
I know.
I hate to say it.
No, I
No,
think that's
at different varying degrees. It's
You know?
just,
it comes and goes.
it does.
There are women that are so confident out there,
Yeah.
and I just I want a little bit of that, you know. So I try to like emulate them or like
Yeah.
feel, you know, how they're building their self-confidence.
Right.
But I don't know that I'll ever not have it.
I know. I feel that same way.
But do you feel like it's less?
I do. I think, for sure.
Yeah.
I think there are moments where like peaks,
Yeah.
but no, those early days, especially the early days, like on a sales call, I'm like, I don't belong here. I don't know what I'm talking about. I
Oh
don't know
my
anything.
gosh.
Like
I still don't.
Yeah.
Like
no,
those.
I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like as you grow and the opportunities become larger too,
Yeah.
so doesn't the imposter syndrome, because we'll find ourselves in settings and I'll be like, we don't belong here.
Yeah.
We should not be in this room
Well,
next to
some,
like historians.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like
that's real.
we
but
find ourselves in these crazy situations, and I've said that. We said it early days, but I was next to someone who texts Obama about policy. I'm like, I wanted to text Andy on the table. We gotta get the fuck out. Like, we should not be in here. So the imposter syndrome changes as you change, but it also,
well,
I don't think it
even
ever leaves.
tomorrow night,
Yeah.
we're on a live podcast, like fireside chat.
For the bank.
No,
For
we're
a bank.
for the
That's
bank,
awesome.
but we're
I love
like-
it.
do you like who wants to hear this?
No.
Who knows?
Well,
I don't know.
My email said, who else will be on the panel? And the response was no one. I was like, holy fuck. What? We're the only two on this panel?
It's not a panel.
Our
Yeah.
mom's coming and my mother-in-law. Because we
I
need
love
four.
it.
So
I love
it's
it.
just ridiculous.
Wait,
but-
is it in front of an audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
And live. So anyways,
Oh,
imposter
that's
syndrome will be
so
live
cool.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it
Live.
will be a full effect tomorrow
Yeah.
night.
But like you guys know what you're talking about. I mean, you're talking about yourselves, your experience, the way you've
Yes.
thought about your business over the
Yeah.
past decade plus. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff.
We can do.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
totally do
curveball, I'll give to Andy. I'll just look at
Yeah.
Andy like, you got this?
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
hard
have a
not to
look?
like.
Wait, you have a look?
Oh,
you
yeah.
have like the sister look like
Yeah,
you?
oh,
we,
yeah.
we have a cue, yeah. Usually it's, there'll be a couple questions that I'll just look at her like, kindly, like, you got this, right? Because I don't even know.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you've said before that you don't think women can have it all.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Okay, so I think the more I talk to other women, you know, it's really not. I don't want to say women. I want to say parents, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
moms.
Yeah.
I think working moms, stay-at-home moms, all kinds of like, there's no perfect balance, and we're constantly looking for our work-life fit, whatever it is that we call it these days. But I just feel like there's just no perfect solution ever, and it's
Right.
okay. Are you going back to that? Like, you just have to accept that it's okay,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you'll figure it out.
Right.
But I mean, you know, everybody I talk to is like, you know, women that commit to their work and are at home less, or women that are at home more, can't work, or trying to do both, single mom. Like, you know, like there's just no way to have it all because there's only 24 hours in a day. You're only one person. I used to be like, can I clone myself? Like, one to completely commit to work, one to
Yeah.
completely
Right.
commit to parenting,
Yeah.
one to completely commit to me.
Right.
And it's just, you can't.
Right.
You can't.
can't.
So you have
Well-
to just like do your best to try to.
It's interesting you just said that. You divided yourself three ways, which
Yeah.
I never would think of. It's the being the mom, the parent,
Yeah.
the career, the work, and then you added yourself. You said
You
me.
have to.
But I've never, whenever we talk about this,
Yeah.
working moms or, you know, working women or whatever, stay at home and you lost the career, you know, you left
Yeah.
the career, but there's not a lot of talk about you,
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Where do we fit in? our sort of serenity, our time
Yeah.
to better ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And without guilt.
And without guilt.
And without guilt. That's
Wait,
a
how-
hard
It's
one.
huge.
How do you do that?
It's huge.
Huh.
I don't think you can. I think
No.
it's like
No
you
way.
have to either accept it
Yeah.
and do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard.
And I think the
When they're
harder
little.
the situation, when they're
I
little,
mean,
it's
yeah.
so hard. You guys know.
yeah. Andy's in the throes.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
that's true. Yours
Yes.
are really little. Yeah. You
I'm almost
probably
out of there. I'm
feel
getting out of there.
a little bit more like you've arrived with grown children.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the physical work.
Yeah.
2 are away at college.
Yeah.
One is a sophomore in high school, but the mental is still there. The phone calls, the
Yeah,
texts, the
yeah.
worrying, that never ends. They're
Yeah.
just a plane ride away,
Yeah.
But that never ends. But those days with the littles carving out, that wasn't even like,
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
need you so much
I know.
that you're like, then that's when the
Yeah.
guilt
Well,
pulls you.
even last night, right? Millie was like, "Can I come in? Can we watch TV in your room?" And I'll let her. And I had to go downstairs for a work call.
Yeah.
And then it was like 25 minutes. Matt put her to bed, and she was like, "You didn't come in." And like I was like,
And it just-
"I'm so sorry." And it
your
was too
heart
late. And I was
scream.
like, "But I had a work call." And I was like, "I don't even want to tell you that I had a work call. That sounds so terrible, you
Yeah,
know."
that's
So then I was like, you know what, that was a little bit of a lesson learned. I'm not going to do that.
what
you know,
part?
Yeah.
What do you
Maybe I'm going to say I'm available in 30 minutes when
Yeah.
she's
Oh,
in bed.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was an immediate.
Yes.
That was a
that's
little
good.
bit of a lesson learned. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the guilt like immediate.
What made you feel like you needed to immediately take that call?
Oh,
Oh.
I had to.
Yeah, it wasn't an employee.
Okay.
It was a client.
Client, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
But I
that's
wanted to. Like
yeah.
could I have said no? Of course. But
Yeah.
in my mind it was like, oh, she's going to bed soon. I'm up. Like, yeah, of course I can
Yeah.
take the call. But when
Yeah.
she said that, it was like, like that, because you just said they need you. Like they do
Yeah.
it. She wanted me around.
Yeah.
And I missed it. You know?
But so this is actually a real challenge with
Yeah.
owning your own business, right? Because like you have to take the call from the client,
Right.
right? Like that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the work.
Right.
So that presents its own challenge
Yeah.
when you're trying to do it simultaneously with parenting.
Yeah, we're on. You're on.
You're on.
Yeah. Yeah. You're on all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you have to check your email all the time.
Yeah.
You have to answer the call when it comes in.
Yeah.
Vacations
You
too.
know?
Yeah.
And so wait, do you guys find yourself being able to find time to relax or like take a beat?
Yeah, we
Can
have the
you?
team. I mean, we went away this year together, and this was the first time, we've gone away. We're so codependent. We travel, we vacation together too.
It's so cute.
But we'll
I
like
love
the
this, sister.
family will be out in like
Yeah.
the pool, whatever, and we've been like
On a call.
on a call in the bedroom. And this was the first trip, I think ever that
Ever.
we did not have to take a call.
Wow.
This was
Yeah.
the first trip in 12 years
Wow.
Yeah.
that we didn't have to take a phone call. So that was huge.
Yeah.
And that's a true credit to the team that we.
And were you able to? Did you find yourself being able to let it go?
I didn't even think
Relax
about
or
work
no?
once.
Really?
Well, I check my email every
You
day.
did.
I-
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I brought my
yeah.
computer and
Yeah.
just in case. You never know.
This is like a running thing though. We'll get on a plane and she's like, well, what bag is your
No,
computer?
we were going to a work
Huh?
conference. This was a couple months ago.
And she was like, what bag is your computer? And I'm like, oh, I didn't bring that. It was like, oh.
She didn't bring a notebook.
I'm
or a
like,
pen.
you-
we're here for work.
I'm like, well, I need a bag for my notebook. That's a whole other thing. But
No.
I'm like, I know you have it.
Why,
Like,
you have it? Why do we need?
Why
to
do we
double
need
up?
two?
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You guys are so funny. You know what I love about you guys is not all siblings get along. Not all siblings can work together. And you
Yeah.
guys have managed to do both.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, if only my kids would get along.
Oh, they will. They
In
will.
due time.
All right. So then if just like kind of ending that whole little section, but if we
Yeah.
reframe the question, instead of having it all, what do you think women in leadership or business should strive for?
Ooh, that is a good question.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one because my instinct is like, I don't know, I'm not a leader. Like, how do they do it? Right? That's like my
I
immediate
know.
instinctual.
I think you kind of
Answer,
said
but-
it. I
I
mean,
think so. I think it's three
accepting
parts.
it
Yeah, and accepting it.
and doing the best you can.
I think, yeah, doing the best you can. And like just knowing that what you're doing is enough.
No,
Like,
seriously.
yeah,
I know it sounds
cliche,
but it's true.
But
it's true.
It is true.
Right.
I think the expectations that we put on ourselves are just sometimes unrealistic. And
I
that's
think
okay.
most of the time they're
It-
unrealistic.
It is.
I don't know, like I have friends, right? Like I have friends who are very career driven and they're okay with letting go of some of the parenting part. Like they're okay
Yeah.
with, you know, sending their kids to boarding school or
Yeah,
having a
right,
nanny.
right.
You know what I mean? So like it's to each their own
Yeah.
Right.
on
Yeah.
where you want to put your 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Right.
Like, I will say this though. I feel like my most successful friends are early birds. Like they wake up at like 5 a.m.
Oh,
and
that's me.
start
Yeah.
the work early, whether it's working out
Yep.
or getting emails read and answered. But so many of my super successful friends are early birds.
Yeah.
Like nobody wakes up at like 9 and
Yeah.
then like, okay, I can start the day now.
No way. I would have so much anxiety
Do you know
waking
what
up
I
at
mean?
night. Oh, I
And
do.
so-
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something to that.
Yeah, I think so.
I
just think you're just giving yourself more time.
Yeah. But then you have to also be disciplined to go to sleep at night. You can't just be like binging Netflix until 2 a.m.
Nope.
if you're going to wake up at 5.
Right,
No.
right. Because
No.
then there's your health.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you don't get up at 5 o'clock.
I don't, but I think about
You want to, but you want to.
think about it every time I'm binging Netflix.
You're halfway there. You're thinking about it. You're
I'm
like, you're
thinking about
almost
it.
there.
Yeah, ask me in 5 years, maybe I will have arrived by then.
Oh,
You kind
that's
of
funny.
bounced around. All right. Well.
Sorry, this is gonna be
No,
like
this
No,
was
it's
hilarious
great.
to edit.
All right.
This was great.
No, I think we're just gonna like run
I
it.
don't think we're going to edit it.
Oh,
Maybe I'm rambling.
All right. Well, so
okay.
your career or your life, where
Yeah.
have you surprised yourself the most in a positive?
Okay. I love this question.
Good.
Because it happened recently.
Oh,
so it's
good.
fresh in
All
my
right.
mind. So I worked for, 3-time Olympic gold medalist Shaun White. So Shaun White created this new snowboarding league called the Snow League. And because he wanted to make snowboarding a sustainable career for the snowboarding community. So he created this league and they had their first event in Aspen last March. It's March? Yeah. And they asked me to come on because a lot of the snowboarders were Japanese, going back to like the knowing the second language thing. And so they asked me to come on and help with some translating on air kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, what ended up happening was because the Japanese snowboarders were so dominant, I was doing a lot of the post-game interviews live on the fly in both languages simultaneously.
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
And I was, first of all, I was like freaking out a little bit because I'm like, okay, like I've never done that before where I had to like code switch on the fly.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, like you're also trying to tap into your sideline reporting skills at the same time, and it's live TV. And
Right.
I just, to this day, I'm like, how did I do? Did I really do that? Like, I
is
did that.
incredible.
And that was such an incredibly empowering experience, but it was
Yeah.
also something like I'd never done in my career,
Yeah.
like ever. Live, Japanese, English interview.
Wow.
And so that was wild.
That's awesome.
That's
But
awesome.
that's like a moment that I'm like, oh my God, I did it.
Yes.
I did it. Yes, I did it.
When things get hard,
Mhm.
what's one thing you always remind yourself?
That there are a lot of people in my corner, you know?
I love
mean,
Yeah.
all it takes is like a phone call to be like, oh, can I just like talk to you about the day, or can I just talk to you about this? Or, you know, with your family or with your closest friends or your girlfriends, you know, or your guy friends, whatever. Like the people in your life will always remind you of the goodness in your life.
Yeah.
And that is always what kind of, for me, that's what centers me and grounds me. So
I love that too.
All right, the best piece of advice you've ever received.
I know my kids are gonna laugh when they hear this, but yes, again, going back to the fact that I was always short, there was a coach back in my youth sports days who always said, "It's not how big you are, it's how big you play." And like that mantra has always stuck with me, because it really talks and speaks to, you know, not everybody has to contribute in the same way,
Right.
but you can contribute in your way, and you can contribute in a way that's impactful, regardless of, you know, who you are, what your background is, what your size is, right? Like it's there's a role and a place for everyone.
100. I mean, that can go into anything, any category. Even like express it. When we were very small, it was like doesn't matter. It's how you play, and like we played really, really well in our service, and that's why we're growing. Like it's like that's a mantra for all. That's great.
I love that.
I like that. All right, just for fun.
Okay.
Who's the most intimidating athlete or coach you've
Oh
ever
my
interviewed?
gosh, intimidating.
And not height.
Let's see.
And not because
Yeah,
of
that's
not
kind of
charred.
thing.
Yeah.
In general, I don't think I was necessarily intimidated, but I was definitely like, because when I was working with the Bruins, you know, we're traveling with them, we're on the plane with them, so I was always like very careful on how to phrase questions and things like that. So yeah, like in a way, Claude would probably laugh at me if he hears this, but he was a little intimidating. I mean, especially after intense losses.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, it's so personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. Yep.
All right, most fun.
Okay, most fun. I can just say all the hockey guys were super fun. There was a funny moment, an unlikely viral moment that happened when I was working for the Revolution on their sideline. There was a game in which it was like super blizzardy and snowy, but they decided to let the game go on, and the Revs ended up losing. And after the game, I figured like nobody would want to talk, you know, because I was like, this is a terrible situation. But the captain came out, Carlos Hill, and he was like, no, I'm talking. I want to talk. I want to do the interview. And I was like,
that's awesome.
Great. This is great. So then, of course, I'm like, you know, basically like, how was the game?
Had the 2-0 lead. What happened?
I don't understand nothing. Today is I don't understand.
He went off on this rant about how they should have stopped the fucking game. And I was like, oh. I mean, he literally said those words. They should have stopped the fucking game. And I'm like, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do?
I cannot do anything. It's impossible. This is not football. Stop the fucking game. We play tomorrow or any other day. I don't care. This is not football. It's impossible. Like, what is try to be long balls to try to the wind is impossible. I don't understand nothing.
A lot of emotions, I'm sure, in the locker room right now.
Your guy's like, he's going like this, cut the interview. It was so, and then of course, like it ended up, you know, going viral at the time, which was as viral as it is today. But still, like I was like, oh my god! But now we look back on it, we're like, remember that funny interview, right? But at the time, it was like, this is not what we expected.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
All right, I was just curious.
All right, are you ready for our lightning, likely, unlikely?
Okay.
Okay. I love it. All right. Okay. Get nervous even after all these years.
Yes.
Likely.
Likely.
All right. Quit something if it doesn't feel right.
Unlikely.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think I would probably try to make it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fangirl over an athlete you're covering?
Unlikely.
Okay. Go off script for a big moment.
Likely.
Okay.
Likely.
Do you love doing that?
I love doing that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you would like really kill that.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to like do the imposter syndrome thing. I'm like, I probably would be like,
No, I feel
get,
like you would be
overly
good, like
excited.
switching it up in the moment.
Yeah. I
Okay.
try.
Say yes to an opportunity way out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Okay.
Likely.
Okay. All right. So final question. What's one piece of advice you would give someone chasing an unlikely career?
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've given this advice recently, and I've said go for it, because like I'm proof that like I wanted to do something, right? Like I wanted to cover hockey, and then I wanted to go to the Olympics, and I've been able to do both. And I am an unlikely story, right? Like of all the people, like who would have picked me to be able to do those two very, very specific things?
Right.
But I made it happen. So I tell the young people coming into the industry, like, if you have a dream, like just go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
But I do kind of asterisk it with, but you might want to build some other verticals just in case it doesn't work out.
Because they're like, you told me.
I know. But just in case, you want to build some other skills, backup plan.
I love that. That was awesome. You
Thank you
are
guys
so
much.
great.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
How does it feel, Naoko? Stanley Cup champ.
It's fucking awesome!
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I hope this is live.